everybody, and welcome back. And in this tutorial, what we'll do is we'll actually code our DNS spoofer. Now what a DNS spoofer is it is basically a program that will actually change the location of a certain IP address to a different location that we specify. For example, let's say the user wants to search google.com, or basically it will not work on google.com. This will only work on the HTTP websites, since the HTTPS websites are encrypted and we cannot really get the data from the DNS packet. Therefore, we cannot really redirect that actual site to a different website. But on all the HTTP websites that the target visits, what we can do is basically redirect them to a different website that will either be our fake website hosted somewhere else, or our fake website hosted on the Apache 2 on our Kali Linux machine. So what you can do, for example, is first of all, let me show you. In order to start up your Apache 2, you can just type service Apache 2 start. And basically, all you have to do is visit your IP address. So let us go onto the Firefox. And before we actually do that, let me check my IP address. My IP address is 192.168.1.9. And all you have to do is type that in your Google search bar. So you just basically type 192. Let me just leave this to load till the end so we don't get this slow Firefox. Restore, we don't want, we want to start a new session. And let me just remove this and type the IP address of my Kali Linux machine. Now this can be accessed by anyone on the local network. So for example, if you were at a cafe and basically someone else typed this IP address into their Google search bar, they would be able to access this page since you started your local web server, which is running on the Apache 2. And here you can specify any page you want. This is the Apache 2 Debian default page, as it says right here. But here you can actually copy any website. So let me just show you how you can do that. You can basically just go to the facebook.com. What this will do is it will open the Facebook page. So let us wait for that to finish. It opens the Facebook login page. And all you have to do in order to copy this page is you can just right click on it, go to the save page as. You click on the save page as. Then it will save this page also with the files such as these pictures and so on that it needs to load. You can save it anywhere you want. I will save it in the downloads by default. So save. As you can see, it finished saving it. It actually completed. Now all we want to do is go to our terminal, navigate to the downloads, which is in the root. So my terminal is not working. Okay, so here it is. Change the directory to root and then downloads. And there you can see you have two files, which is the Facebook login signup files and the Facebook login signup.html. So in order to actually host the Facebook login page on your local web server running on Apache 2, you need to actually copy these two files to the Apache 2 folder. Now the Apache 2 folder is var/www/html. So this is the path where you need to specify these two files, or where you need to move these two files to, in order to actually host the Facebook page. So all you have to do, first of all, is delete all the files from that page at the moment, which in my case are these two files. So all I will do is just remove the index.html and remove the index.ngix Debian HTML. And all I want to do right now is move these two files to this directory. So I will move root downloads and then Facebook login sign up. I just basically, if you don't know how to specify this name, all you can do is just tab. So you can just tab and then it will by default select that name of the file. But in case you have multiple files, that will not work. So I will show you how you can actually rename the file. So go to your downloads. You want to move. So move and then the Facebook login or sign up. And then you want to actually move it to the Facebook -r. Let me just see. Okay. No such file or directory. So let me just double check this. Okay, so move, and then you basically, it will by default when you press this, all you want to add is .html and move it to facebook.html. And if I just press ls once again, my HTML file has been actually renamed to the facebook.html. All you can do is the same with this part right here. So in order to rename it, just press move Facebook, and then it will, once you press tab, it will say, it will by default specify the rest of the string, and you want to move it into basically just Facebook. And then you have these two folders, which then you can move to the actual folder where we need them. So first of all, we will move the Facebook directory. So we will move it to the actual /var/www/html. We move the Facebook directory, and we also want to move the facebook.html to the /var/www/html. We press ls, nothing here. We go to the /var/www/html, and we have these two files right here. But you will notice that if you, for example, now try to refresh the page of your actual Kali Linux web service, so 192.168.1.9, you will still have this right here. Well, basically not really sure why we still have this, but here, okay, so I refresh the page, we get our two files that are right there, but it is still not actually putting a page up here, a Facebook page up here. In order to actually put the Facebook page up there, what you need to do is rename this facebook.html file into index.html. Since the Apache 2 web server on Kali Linux can only reproduce the page once the main HTML file is named index.html. It cannot be named anything else. So let us do that. So move facebook.html into index.html. And once again, if you reload the page, let me just see why it looks like this. Actually, I have a really good idea why it looks like this. We really shouldn't have renamed the directory, because right now, since we renamed the directory, it actually can't load any other pages or anything basically else from the directory, since it is trying to actually open a directory with images that is named differently than this one. So let us see how we can fix that. We shouldn't have renamed it, so remove Facebook directory. And let us actually download this once again, so save page as. We will save it under this name and we will not rename it, so click save right here. It is saved, and all you want to do is move the directory, so move from the root downloads Facebook to the actual, let me just specify it right here. So /var/www/html, and we need no such file or directory, so let me just see, sign up. Okay, so sign up files. You need to specify the entire name. As you can see, since there are two files right here, you need to add the underscore files, and then we can move it to the /var/www/html. Okay, and if our var www.html folder, we now have the Facebook files and the index.html. So all we have to do right now is actually refresh this page. And since the name is correct, you can see right now we get a normal Facebook login page that is same as this one. Just right here, for some reason, we are missing the Facebook sign right here, but it doesn't even matter. We get the Facebook page login right here that we can use to redirect the users to this page, for example. So, for example, if user wanted to visit some HTTP login page, you could actually redirect them to your fake login page right here, where after they specify some username or password, you can sniff their packets. So, as you can see, once they actually specify the wrong username and password, they even get redirected to the real Facebook page. So, this was basically a tutorial on how to actually copy or how to actually clone a page and host it on your own Apache 2 web server. Now, once again, make sure that your Apache 2 is running, so you can check if it is running with this service, Apache 2 status. then it will print out it is active and running. In case it isn't, all you need to do is just service Apache 2 and then start, and this will start the Apache 2 for you. Then you need to copy the page that you want to fake onto the /var/www/html folder, and basically that will be about it. Next thing we want to do is actually redirect the users to that page. So we will do that in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this demonstration of how to clone a Facebook page. You can do that for any page you want. The process is exactly the same, and we will code the DNS spoofer in the next lecture. Hope I see you there, and take care. Bye.